not going to settle for anything this year. We want to finish top 4 in Hockey East.
Call that! Right there! Hands on the dash, hands on the dash. You're under arrest for night hunting.
It's early morning, still pitch black outside and still quite a while till legal hunting starts. But that didn't stop these guys from taking a shot at a buck alongside the road.
What happened?
Just got a little carried away.
Caught up in the moment?
Yeah.
What were you guys planning to do once you shot the deer?
Probably just, if the deer would have draw out the ran off, just drive up the road a little ways and come back.
Okay.
On my side, there's a briefcase in the back that I have evidence tags.
You're both going to be charged with night hunting. You're both active participants in this.
The wardens slap on the cuffs and read the men their rights. They decide not to take them to jail since they're being cooperative.
So these guys have both just been arrested for night hunting. The kicker of it is we just found out that one of them actually attends Unity College and is studying to be a game warden.
This might be a problem for being a game warden in the future.
I know.
For a while anyway.
I'm screwed, I know.
You know, guys like these guys, when they left the house, they probably weren't planning on night hunting, but they saw a big buck side the road in the field, and the temptation, they couldn't resist the temptation of the buck that was standing there. So
the men are given summonses and assigned a court date, and the wardens take their firearms. They're now considered evidence. Both hunters seem surprised when they find out just how stiff a penalty they're facing.
If they're convicted, it's $1,000, $1,000 fine, 3 days in jail, and loss of firearms.
You definitely go to jail, there's no question.
I actually started just a year and a half ago.
It started when she introduced her 2 boys to archery.
Mom never likes to sit around.
Her keen eye and practice led her all the way to the World Championships in Europe.
I was just, it makes me so proud to represent the United States as an athlete.
She finished 12th overall.
I called my husband and he had to call everybody. I mean, to me that was very exciting too, because my first international competition.
Becky's sister, Terry DeNatale, lives in Pittsfield and is the former MCI ski coach.
It's just really exciting to see her progress in such a short period of time. So she's very talented, and I think she's a natural at archery, which she didn't even know about. She was doing it with her family for fun, with her children and her husband, and she just turned out to be such a superstar.
Her specialty discipline is the barebow, spelled B-A-R-E, as in nothing.
Which means there's no sight, there's no clicker, there's no release.
To help her aim, she uses a special technique.
I use what's called string walking. I find a point on my string that will be the correct distance, that will make the arrow fly the correct distance. And if you see that I don't any longer hold my fingers directly under, when I pull back, this arrow is going to be in the right angle to the target to go the right distance. In field competition, you have a range. For instance, barebow goes from 5 meters all the way to 50 meters. And you may have unmarked distances. You climb hills and you'll have high targets, low targets.
What about a shot at the Olympics?
I have in my plans that sometime I'm going to give it a try, but I'm going to wait for a couple of years because I'm enjoying this style right now.
At Alderbrook Archery in Corinna, Keith Erickson, WABI TV5 Sports. The morning starts at around 6 a.m. at Turtlehead Marina.
Well, it's immensely exciting to be involved with being able to study an organism that basically nobody knew was right here in their own backyard.
The gill nets are dropped right across from Chimbro's operation.
We get to study a fish that was swimming around in the waters of the world, or at least its relatives were swimming around in the waters of the world at the same time as the dinosaurs.
While we have to wait for the nets to sit about an hour, in the meantime, we listen in to see if they're around.
12836.
12836. Oh, that's toe.
Toe?
Yep, we named a fish toe. Don't try to catch them. They're an endangered species, so it's illegal to catch them. You can see them on, certain days on the river. There's times during the summer when they're jumping out there. So if you're lucky, you might see a 5-foot fish leap out of the water. It's pretty incredible.
Today, another good day as they haul up 13 fish.
These fish are endangered and may go extinct. So we've been using this mark and recapture technique to get an estimate of the population size in the Penobscot.
Outer lips, 57.5.
We've had a very good year. In past years, they caught up to 99 fish. This year we've already caught 95 fish.
100 doesn't seem like a lot, though.
It doesn't seem like a lot. It's a matter of perspective. It's a lot more than 0. So that's what they previously thought was in this river system.
It's kind of like finding a missing treasure, a lost treasure of sorts right here in our own backyards.
Video for this story was taken under the authority of National Marine Fisheries Service permit number 1595-02. Keith Erickson, WABI TV5 News.
This was after one surgery at Eastern Maine Medical Center. My feet were actually worse than that.
Now in his senior year and 13 surgeries later, Logan is an all-conference third baseman for John Babst.
I guarantee not even my parents know the frustration and aggravation I've gone through. They've moved my ankle bone from one side of my foot to the other. 100% for me is a little bit of pain.
Ryan also writes for the school newspaper. In his last story, he wrote openly about his club feet.
It was a big relief for me to have people read it and to come up to me and go, oh, I never knew. Teachers came up to me and said, what a beautifully written article. And it meant a lot, and it relieved me to get everything out that I wanted to.
Ryan says club feet made him the person he is today. In the reflective times, his philosophy on life is something to take note of.
I truly believe that you have to find determination and inspiration and self-confidence within yourself.